how many years do you think someone needs to appropriately have ahead of themselves to make an end game work well?
Ooh. That's a great question.
Do you know it wasn't even on the list?
No, it
Just
wasn't on
came
the
to me.
list. It would be so situational based on what they've currently got.
So depending on where the stage of the business is
If
at.
you got a business that's spitting out great cash flow every single month in your personal bank account, like you would have 5-10 years and you'd be fine. Like again, it just varies on how much.
I feel like
cash flow.
5 is the minimum.
What? But if you've got a business that's ready to sell right now, and you're like, I want to start a family and something like that, and maybe I don't want to dive for the next 5 years into making this thing innovate and making it change.
I think that's so assumptively, and I'll tell you why. I have been lucky enough to be around many people that have sold a business, many, and in every circumstance, it is taken substantially longer to prepare the business for sale than they thought it would.
I concur, and the duration for them to actually sell the darn thing
and hand it over, and golden handcuffs or whatever comes with it for them to see that out. If you are someone who's really serious about selling your business or you come to it, it's a 5-year game.
No, I get you on that. You know what? I will concur. The angle for myself is more going like to go, I don't like where I'm at, and then like make some kind of change. Like, because you can say I don't like where I'm at and change it now and just close the darn thing and go into a completely different business.
But that might be the option for you.
Totally.
But if you want to sell.
If you're wanting to package it up and sell it, yeah, you're in for 3 years, 5 years. Like, that's a world of...
3 would be a stretch.
It'd be... So, I'm saying, like, if you've got a media company that's appealing to other people, or you've got, like, a 2IC that wants to buy it from you, or, like, people have already knocked on your door or something. Like, I had a competitor come and buy my e-commerce store, and it was such a quick sale. It was done in 6 months.
That's different, though. That's not an intentional end game. That's opportunistic.
I've definitely wanted to get out of it.
Yeah. Well, like me with my agency, someone approached me, and do you know what the part of that is that I look at that and go, I got absolutely done in a roll-up and they made a fortune.
I've seen that happen so much in marketing companies. It's amazing.
Yeah, so for those of you playing at home, a bigger organization bought 3 agencies, rolled them into one, and then cut costs because you only need one accountant, one bookkeeper to manage that, and then they upsold to a bigger agency and a higher multiple because of the value they were able to create. Yeah, so I got, in this example, let's use this one through, just under a 2 multiple.
Yep.
All right, if I was going to intentionally sell that business, right, and go after it, I would have done it completely differently. So number one is I might have built a process or a type of IP around the way we do ads that someone could only get here. So the value of buying my agency now just isn't the client book. It's like they've got a method they're known for.
Totally.
Number 2 is I would have taken myself off the face of it and had it be stronger as a standalone asset. So there was never a conversation in the meeting where they tried to like negotiate it down.
Because you won't be there.
Yeah, the clients know you, so you can't sell from that. Number 3, I would have diversified marketing better. So it would have been like, look, we've got 3 channels we can acquire customers for. It doesn't matter if the internet turns off, we can still get business.
You know what's funny? That was what limited my e-commerce store. Because like
that's what killed me on the value.
Because everything that we had came from SEO. And the guy's like, what happens if Google changes? I'm like, sounds like your problem, not mine.
But this is the different about being intentional. And you could see how long some of these things would take to set up and do well. And to go even further, if you're busy running your business, you might have to first hire people to free you up the time to actually set this up for a good sale.
Totally. And then not to mention, like, you can totally cut your costs and run on an oily rag to make it profitable for 6 months, 12 months. And when they look back at the figures, they're like, oh, this is actually a really profitable business. They're like, yeah, and imagine not paying me.
Things like email lists as well.
Yeah.
If you built a good database, that can add to the valuation of a business in a big way. And all of a sudden, like my agency in this example would have gone from a 2 multiple. I might have been able to get a 3 or 3.5. And that's a significant difference. Now, again, not the greatest business model to sell, but that's just more like where the 5 years can get chewed up.
Totally.
And the one they always forget, if you do sell it, it's very likely you have to hang around for a year, even in a small capacity, to hand it over and make sure it goes well.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so we've spoken through, and we'll go through this, the different end games that exist.
4. There are sell out, pass it on, cash cow, close it.
Those end games are very available to very different business models depending on what you're in.
Totally.
I think that's a really important point. We'll call it 5-year minimum. for the duration you want to be thinking out on this.
Yeah.
So if you're here today, if you've got at least a 5-year window, ideally more though, I will say, you can be very intentional about executing a strong end game that's appropriate for getting you to that financially independent point.
Hey, fellow business owner, if this topic and value-packed short video has resonated with you at all, and you want to dive deeper into creating wealth inside and outside your business, check out the full episode by clicking the link on your screen or in the description right now.